to be beaten by her. Got something for you?
Hello. Why, thank you for this, truly, though you needn't go out of your way for me. You've been so generous. Forgive my asking, but this isn't due to some sort of prophecy in the Fated List, is it?
No, of course not, Lord Moros. Although, even if it was, I would be duty-bound not to inform you, wouldn't I?
That's true.
Ugh. I confess I feel a bit self-conscious that the Fated List is there for you and all to see. Some of the matters it describes are rather personal.
If it's any comfort, the prophecies appear only to you. We see there only what's meant for us. Although, when you fulfill a prophecy, I can usually tell. It's like a sudden realization.
We know our paths are intertwined to an extent. Well, may your sudden realizations connected to my actions not be too embarrassing.
I'm certain that they won't.
The Fated List of Minor Prophecies. Oh, what's wrong?
Ooh, babe, you know what? You put up more of a fight out there than I figured. The rail was so hot to the touch I could hardly stand it.
Pleased to be of entertainment for your benefit. Is that all this is to you, then? You jeopardize our continued existence just for a cheap thrill?
Don't go acting like there wasn't part of you that felt a little thrill out there yourself. And now that you've had a taste, you want more, don't you?
I want you out of these crossroads, and out of my blasted path.
Too bad we can't have it all.
Oh, hey. Dora, wow. What brings you all the way out here? The Taverna's just about the last place I expected to find you.
Way to make me feel incredibly self-conscious, thanks, Mel. But yeah, I'm trying to put myself out there a bit more, I guess.
Well, I think that's great. Though I know how difficult it is. I used to never be able to approach others, but I kept doing it, and it's easier now.
Easier, but never easy, right? I don't know why I bother. Most of these jades are pretty boring.
They haven't met you yet.
Death to Kronos.
Isn't there something you can do to talk some sense into Eris? Get her out of my blasted way to Olympus. Or failing that, pin her in an armbar or a leg lock, perhaps?
Won't waste my time with her at all, though the armbar or leg lock do have a certain appeal. Not seen her flying through the underworld lately, have you?
Not other than these crossroads. But what's your point? That I should stay out of her way, as well as focus solely on Kronos below? It's not so simple for me anymore.
Didn't say it was. But if you don't want to deal with Eris, you could always stick to your main objective. Or just leave it to me, like you should have in the first place.
Duly noted.
Good morrow.
Ready to come out? Some nightshade.
How fares the ever-sinking fleet of ships within the Rift of Thessaly? 'Tis a wonder Kronos gathered as many followers as he has, using such shoddily built craft.
The fleet shows no real sign of slowing down. Fortunately, the same sorcery that seems to be holding those ships together lets me transfer quickly from one to the next. Are all surface ships so odd-looking?
I certainly think not. These are merely emblematic of the Titan's false promises of a new age. They assault not just Olympus, but our sensibilities as well.
We'll fight them off. Fair trade. Who shall I give this to?
I'm starting to get the feeling maybe I liked this stuff back when I had eyeballs and so on.
Doesn't matter whether you liked it then. What matters is you like it now. I shouldn't. Ashes of the past. I never realized this potential. I see it now. Grave Thirst activated.
The things that I have seen.
Which keepsake for tonight? Ought to help.
Goddess.
All right, Eris. beginning assignment.
The surface used to be more pleasant, but ever since the siege, Uncle Poseidon has been going all out with quakes and cataclysms in response, stirring up the land like it's his mixing bowl.
Greater strength. Right now. Hear me, on my authority. Best have a look around. Need a quick overview. I'll send you to your graves. Border.
Three fates. That isn't good. Not sure what we can do about it, Em. At least now everybody on Olympus knows. I figured it was time. Got us a bit on edge, though we do hide it pretty well.
I grow strong. Calm that shade down, Phrenos. Rest easy now. The barrier's weakening. Think I'm finished here. Olympus, I accept this message. Getting somewhere. Can't do it.
Oh man. Okay. Oh.
Now for the last one.
So that's the stuff of dusk, is it? Discura, that's her name. Forged who only knows how deep within the earth under the watchful eye of night. Something like that.
My silver. I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
I see you shine already with another light. The god Apollo's doing, I should think. Fear not. His power is compatible with mine. Light envelops light, never rejecting. The choice is yours. Then wield my light with grace.
Let this be a message to your lord.
I'm not doing good.
I look forward to meeting you.
You had a bad run-in with that wretched Eris on your way here, eh? Just great to know that Strife herself is up against us now. And got her grubby little fingers on my rail of adamant. I ought to have kept the thing.
They'll burn.
Smart girl.
I can get out.
At your service.
Until we meet again.
Hold it. Hey, what's your beef with Kronos anyhow? He wants to change stuff up a bit, so what? Life's hard up here. It could be easier.
It won't be. That town back there, as you call it, would have been bustling with mortals. Now it's a festering necropolis. All thanks to the Titan.
My sheep, they're glad to be alive. No complaints. But individuals like you got too many ideals. Best I eat you and be done.
my drink. Let me quickly first get my drink. Finally, my first time beating her. All right, so I've done everything I can up top. So now I just gotta focus on the bottom.
Not really, yeah. You can't beat it again yet.
Hmm?
Not really, yeah, because you can't beat it again yet.
Well, I mean, it's early access, so. I hear you, buddy. Oh, I see. What's that? I prevailed. I know. Thank you. Hmm. Oh. That weird glitch where, think of this whispery sounds.
Oof. I surely can get used to this.
Your relationship with the Fates sounds like it must have been a complicated one. You've never been on your own, have you?
I haven't. They're my sisters and my elders. I grew up under their watchful eye, and I'm more than their brother. I was their guardian. But I couldn't protect them in the end. Perhaps they always knew I'd fail them, and loved me anyway.
You can't go thinking like that. You had one of the most important responsibilities in the world. The Fates are as all-knowing as they come, aren't they? Then it stands to reason there wasn't anybody better suited for the task than you.
Princess, would you just let me wallow in my misery a bit? Ah, no, wait. Forget it. It's gone. A mighty incantation on your part just now.
Anyway, I know you love your sisters, but the circumstances being what they are, perhaps some distance will be good for you.
Perhaps. These springs are good for me. Of that, I have no doubt.
That's exciting.
Nor I.
I I think I really needed that. And always wonderful to have your company.
Come here.
Epiphany. Jot it down. Dark of chaos, light of moon, heed now my will.
What else?
Record keeper, pleased to have you here. Power to create. It'll be worth the wait.
You're back. Now tell me everything. You found your mark. What then?
I reached the edge of Tartarus and made my way into the house, just as we planned. Kronos was there, on my father's throne. We clashed. He lost. But I know he isn't gone, and I was unable to linger there for long.
Truly. And you retrieved something from him, I see. We were never going to destroy him with brute force alone, but soon enough, he may yet be undone entirely. Until then, study him. And I shall study what you found.
By study him, you mean find him again and fight him? Weaken him? Distract him?
Precisely that. Oh, by the way, something awaits you in the training grounds. You proved beyond a doubt that you're prepared.
I already threw it on the table. Love you.
Thank you, Headmistress.
Oh, wow.
Here are the bones.
Oh, bye. Hey.
Here you are. Some moon dust. Fair trade. Now we wait. Drink of the earth.
That just happens to be. I am in the underworld. That's just how it is. It's just fun.
You got there. Come here to gloat, I bet. I beat him. I beat the Titan. Well, hardly matters. He's still alive, you realize, don't you?
I wasn't coming here to gloat, and yes, I realize. But this is still a step. If I could vanquish Kronos once, I can do it again. And one of these nights, he's not going to come back.
Yeah, because one of these nights I'll get my hands on him myself.
Then you can do the gloating, right?
Oh, for me? Can't find another way to test one of your poisons, I guess. You witches aren't as subtle as you think.
That's exactly what someone who is unknowingly poisoned by a witch might say, you know. It can't be. That's the Oath of the Unseen.
Gotta restart because that sound keeps on repeating. Boom, 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 boom.
The Oath of the Unseen. You. Charon. Excellent.
The Oath of the Unseen.
This vow is at its peak. This I vow. For the realm. It's at the limit. I swear it, Nyx. Don't think I can. By my birthright.
I see.
I'd best be off. It's now or never.
You got that bloody Titan, didn't you? Don't feel too bad you couldn't end him altogether. Not like any of the rest of us were able to, as you can plainly see. Instead, mayhaps go kick him while he's down. Happy to help with that.
You finish all your food? Okay, go ahead.
blood to spare.
There was a recent moment when time briefly ceased to be, and I alone could tell. I believe this coincided with your confrontation with Chronos. Now you return to me, attempting to repeat the same outcome. Interesting.
Set. I do have gold to spare. Go, Phrynos. Be at peace. Let's begin. shadows dissipate. We'll have to the goddess whose power truly is the lifeblood of our world. It's by your grace that such an offering of nectar may exist at all.
Flower, surely there are other matters weighing heavily upon you now. More so than honoring your elders in the customary way? Nevertheless, I'm grateful for this, true. Granddaughter, where have you been? In the deepest reaches of your father's realm, perhaps? Striking at the very heart of our enemy. One can but hope.
Silken finery, so soft, divine.
Arachne.
I spit. Huh. No, what is that? An amphibian. Do get it out of here, my friend. Please help me get it out.
Steady yourself, Arachne. This is Phrynos. Phrynos is a friend. A familiar friend of mine, in fact. He means you no harm at all. Your stash of flies, however, that we may need to safeguard.
Oh, that is a relief. Well then, Phrynos, if indeed you are a friend, then you are welcome here. And if you'd like a bite to eat, then you are more than welcome to that too.
Take your shot, sister. There's her mark. Good find.
Good evening. You found Kronos. Sank your fangs into his throat. Sister Hecate gave me the gist. How'd you do it? Found some exploitable weakness, something like that?
Mostly I just kept evading a lot. He's very powerful, but must have underestimated my ability to resist his tricks.
He won't always underestimate you, though. Must have his vulnerabilities. The old are seldom wise and often weak, right? He's bloodied. Go for the kill. For you. Very well. Farewell for now.
Farewell. Be again at peace.
It's been so long, love. Why, I felt a little thrill of fright. But then a little birdie told me you'd gone far down in those depths, even to some success. I'll be excited to hear all the juicy bits.
This feeling, oh. to upset this time.
Plentiful.
Oh, don't be such a tease with me. When I bestow my blessings, take them graciously next time. But now...
Don't hate me, Aphrodite. She's angry with me now. Let's all just take a breath.
Now let's just simmer down and still the beating of our hearts. I'm not angry anymore, though still a bit annoyed.
We'll hew through anything.
Oh, that's cool. Hmm?
Sure enough. Tis not the typical slim figure of the Moonstone axe. Ah, the aspect of Charon. He has since taken up the simple orb.
Lord Charon used to wield such a thing. I scarce imagine him heaving this around. Perhaps he rode with it.
Perhaps he did, or hewed off a few heads. If Nyx and the Three Fates entrusted the protection of the underworld to a certain few, they could have chosen worse. The all-consuming flame! Total eclipse. Come, sisters of the dead. Divide and strike. Beware. All you can do is run. Look now upon the moon. Now beware. Fire! Excellent.
Okay, Emma.
We shall have to do this again some other eve.
Doing pretty well.
Return to Shadow now.
He's back.
Granddaughter,
should I change things up?
The goddess of the hearth has blessed you now. There is no flame which time cannot extinguish soon enough.
Should come in handy. Going. It's warm.
You recently entered your father's residence within the underworld's depths, but did not remain there. Did you at least discover what you sought? Do not respond. I am considering all the potential truths. Water sprouts activated. That's something.
How about... What did you do?
Let us together shine this night, O moon.
You faced the Titan in the lowest depths. That much I knew before your headmistress confirmed you vanquished him, as I had faith you would. If his life force is like grains of sand, then you took one. Eventually, all. Now.
We got him finally, Lord Charon. The Titan can be slain. If but to complicate his schemes a little while, till we can put a stop to him for good. Yes, my father's throne shall be restored. Going in.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, definitely spec, huh? Hey, tell me something. Is Echo really not okay? I thought about the things you said. How she was all alone down in the fields. How could I hurt someone without even trying, you know?
Narcissus, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm impressed you've given any thought to someone else. As for Echo, she seems to be getting by. Is there something you'd like to say to her should I cross paths with her again?
Sure, go ahead and tell her that I hope she finds someone who loves her like I love me. But don't tell her I said it. She'd just get the wrong idea and her heart would break. Okay. Best wishes.
What have we here? How humiliating that even our boons must be concealed, lest we risk revealing too much about our plans and defenses to our enemies.
I see.
Oh gosh.
You again. Cooked fish.
Yeah, he was like a minor boss in the first one.
Positively vicious.
As surface vermin flee from sinking vessels, so have underworld vermin sought darker reaches of their realm in the tumult of the times.
It's hard to be a rodent. Some coins. I'll take it.
You made it pretty far down there before. Impressive work. I knew you had it in you, but Graham still isn't backing down, is he? Maybe he's having second thoughts at least.
Focus, Mel.
Oh. Now pull yourselves together and don't screw it up like this time. Okay, girls? And go.
They just won't shut up. That chaos curse of mine is finally gone. Reeks in here. To the fields. The morning fields. Petals from a golden bough. Flourish. be a problem. Feeling fine.
Yeah, the pomegranate.
Let me past. Just try and take my blood. They won't be gone for long.
Certainly.
Into the purse. More shades. Grow golden once again. Now for what's mine. Life. All is possible. There we go. I can get out now. A golden bow. Lycaeans. Lost too much blood. I'm glad you're here, Hermes, and it's an honor to finally be working together. To our swift victory.
It's been a minute since I got an offering. Cheers, Em, although you needn't have. But here, I've just the thing for you.
Nothing like a quick exchange of gifts. Olympus, I accept this message. Good. Some of these golden coins. Pathetic. It's cleared up. There.
Mm-hmm. I sure could use your aid. That's hot. I'll be back. I think this might be like one of the last sections. Oh. Mm-hmm. Well, how to be the bad guy. Jeez, you're all amazing. You're a good. You're the hope. You're my hope. You're the light to the nations. It's not the hope and light is not me. The hope and light is you. But in that hope and light in you, you have chosen to use your people as your arms and hands, but yet you still go out calling people to you. Thank you, King Jesus, that is not on us. You are ruling, you are healing, you are restoring the broken. So as we read the writings of the ancients, please reveal to us what it means to them, the hope that they're looking for, and the hope now, 2,000 years after your death and resurrection. And we thank you for dying. As if you did not die, if you did not kill death, you would not have killed the fear of death in all of us. By looking to you and clinging to you, that we don't fear death, and so we can pursue you in all. Amen. 2 Kings chapter 21, verse 1 and 26. How to be that guy. Manasseh was 12 years old when he became king, and he reigned 55 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was My Delight is in Her. He did what was displeasing in Yahweh's eyes in accordance with the abhorrent practices of the nations that Yahweh disposed before the Israelites. He rebuilt the high places that his father Hezekiah had destroyed, and set up altars for the master, and made in Asherah as Ahab, the king of Israel, had done. He built altars for all the heavenly army in the two courts in Yahweh's house. He made his son pass through fire and practiced deviation and the study of omens. Manasseh led Israel astray to do greater wrong than the nations Yahweh annihilated before the Israelites. Yahweh spoke by means of his servants, the prophets, because Manasseh, king of Judah, has done these abhorrent things. He has done wrong greater than the Amorites did before him. And he has also made Judah offend with his lumps of wood. Therefore, Yahweh, the God of Israel, has said this: Now I am bringing trouble on Jerusalem and Judah, such that everyone who hears it, both his ears will screech. Over Jerusalem, I'll stretch Samaria's measuring line in the house of Ahab's scale. I will wipe Jerusalem clean as one wipes a dish clean and turns it on its face. I will abandon the remains of my property and give them into the hand of their enemies. They will be plunder and loot for all their enemies. Indeed, and because they have done what is displeasing in my eyes and have been provoking me from the day I brought them out of Egypt to this day. Indeed, Manasseh shed very much innocent blood until he filled Jerusalem end to end. Verses 16b to 20 to relate how Manasseh sent Amos to see him and continued his policy. Oofers. Ammon's staff conspired against him and killed the king in his house. But the people of the country struck down all those who had conspired against King Ammon. He was buried in his tomb in the garden of Uzzah, and his son Josiah became king instead of him. Dude. Whew. I sometimes wish I knew what was going to happen in the future, though when I think about it, I am not so sure it's a good idea. When my wife was diagnosed with her multiple sclerosis, if I had known how it would progress over 4 decades, I don't know how I could have coped with the knowledge. Yet, as the decades unfolded, I did cope. In recent days, I have read 1 or 2 reports about early detection of Alzheimer's. Would I want to know that I'm going to contract the disease, given that there is no treatment and I can't do anything about it? I don't think so. Yet we have a natural instinct to want to know how the future will turn out, and sometimes this knowledge can be useful because we can do something about it and evade the problem. So we spend vast amounts of resources on research in the physical sciences, economics, and so on, in the hope that this knowledge may increase our sense of control. That instinct is in the background to the recourse to divination and other ways of studying omens that was a recurrent feature of Israel's life. It will be an extra pressing concern if you are the king or the head of a family or a pastor or a seminary president, because you have to think not only about your own destiny, but about that of the people for whom you are responsible. Many of the stories in 1st and 2nd Kings have shown how it is sometimes possible for people to discover what is going to happen and then to take appropriate action. It is Yahweh who can make this possible, and it is people such as prophets who mediate the knowledge. But you can never be sure that Yahweh will tell you what you want to know, so it doesn't really put you in control. 2nd Kings portrays Manasseh as an extreme version of a man who wants to know. This is the focus of the way he encourages worship at the high places and worship of the master and Asherah. It dismisses Manasseh's images as lumps of wood, or maybe of excrement. So he's very much focusing on how he wants to know, because really, in the ancient world, it was policy to make sure that you appease all the Elohims, all the spiritual beings, to make sure you don't piss off any one of them. That you always try to be on each one's good side, so you get their blessings, not their curses. And then you could look at yeah. I mean, like, this video game we're playing is imagining if the Greek world did such exist, and you see the war, rot, and the evil that is derived from it, especially when you have such strong personalities clashing with each other who have power. Yeah. Because she mentioned that Poseidon, like, since Poseidon is feeling unease, he's causing all these earthquakes to happen. That's what one of the other Elohims in our game is talking about. And it's like, dude, all these gods just have pissy fits. I'm so happy that, like, especially, like, oh, dude, I am so thankful for Yahweh. Whenever you study any other ancient Elohims, yeah, a distinctive feature. A distinctive feature of his worship is his involvement in the worship of the heavenly army, the planets and stars. It is a widespread belief that the movements of the planets and stars can tell you about coming events, hence the popularity of astrology in Western culture. Manasseh also has recourse to various other forms of divination, which might involve looking at the internal organs of animals. Discovering the future could involve making contact with dead family members in the way Saul did, on the basis of their now having access to knowledge that people still living their early lives did not have. Sacrificing a child would relate to making contact with the dead. All this stands in conflict with the way the Torah expected Israel to relate to God. Despite this involvement, Manasseh reigns for 55 years, so there is some irony about his becoming the poster child for how not to behave like the king of Judah. Admittedly, the 55 years will have included a period during which he was co-king with Hezekiah, perhaps in connection with Hezekiah's illness. But even when we have made allowance for that conviction, it was a long reign, worthy of a poster child for faithfulness. Once again, 1st and 2nd Kings does not claim 100% effectiveness for his generalization about how commitment leads to blessing and waywardness leads to trouble. His mother name was Hephzibah. My delight is in her. One can equally understand Hephzibah to mean my delight is in it, a title God later gives to Jerusalem in Isaiah. The name she gave her son means he makes me forget. Perhaps he made her forget the pain of childbirth or forget the pain of some loss, such as the death of an earlier child. These names abound in ironies. The grimace is that the way he exercises his leadership means that Jerusalem quite ceases to be a place in which God delights. The mention of the Amorites is telling in this connection. Way back, God had told Abraham that his offspring could not enter the land that God was promising them until the waywardness of the Amorites was complete. Remember that part with Abraham? He's like, I have a promise for you for this land, but it's not yet time because the Amorites' offenses has not reached its threshold where the land spews them out. And so then here, their waywardness has filled up to the top, to the brim. And now it's telling you that Manasseh has brought Israelite to do such vile acts that not even the Amorites had done. Well, they were the nation before. They were like the practice of child sacrifices was like the people before. And like the cries of the people against injustice. And so now here, Manasseh, like in his reign, yeah. So innocent blood is like up to the tippity top. And so it's like Yahweh's like,
no, you just can't.
It's like, it's also just a God of justice. Like if he did that to the Amorites, then if his people do such evil, their time is going to come. Their recompense is going to come. The waywardness of Judah is now complete, as the waywardness of the Amorites became complete. Indeed, Judah has outdone the Amorites, which is quite an indictment. And Judah is about to lose the land, as the Amorites did. Judah has already been drastically reduced, but God will throw out even what remains. There is no hope in the idea of remains or a remnant that is expressed here. Of course, as usual, God will not be able to be as tough-minded as that. There might be political and or religious considerations lying behind the assassination of Ammon by his staff, their elimination by the people of the country, and the installation of his successor. For instance, there might be people who sided with Assyria and or people who sided with Egypt and or people who advocated Judah's independence. But the story is not interested in such factors. By implication, it sees God's will being worked out again in the death of Ammon and the installation of Josiah. Their events are hard to interpret, but there are events that need no interpretation. Okay. All right, we can start. You want me to holler once I get to Kronos? I was going to say for a rainy day adventure, we could try swapping graphics cards between the two computers to see if it'll stop doing that weird lub. Yep.
Farewell, Lord Charon. I'm going to help you, boy, no matter what.
Suicune. Welcome home.
Spirits of despair, be gone.
Finally, the vengeful princess overcomes again the hellish monster standing in her way.
Feel better, Cerberus. The droplet. The antler. Unseen. The lowest reaches. Gold coins. Just a few chambers to the house.
An infiltrator breached through our defenses.
No more hiding in shadows. Right. Wraiths. Best not stay any longer than I must.
You missed me, didn't you?
You would spurn your own grandmother? Perhaps where you were raised, proper manners were not taught as a priority.
Please understand, Grandmother. I need to calm her down. No traitor to the house shall go unpunished.
You weathered the storm, though could have avoided it outright, of course.
Father? Some other time?
Fierce hellhound Cerberus has many fangs, but little trust to spare.
Such a cacophony occurred after you last visited. Exactly when I cannot say. All of the Titan's wretched servants flew into a panic. Their cries would not cease. What transpired?
Perhaps they were concerned for their master, or busy trying to bring him back to life. Because I slew him, finally. And it won't be the last time.
Blood and darkness. Then you accomplished that which once took half the blasted strength of Olympus. All on your own.
Not on my own at all. I had their strength, if not their support, as you've given me yours. Father, we can stop him. And for now, we can kill him.
He shall seek vengeance with a renewed zeal. This entire plot of his is driven by the same impulse. Then kill him if you must. At least, his many deaths ought to keep him occupied. I'll go.
Hold on, Father. One left. Three chambers left. Some shade rot. One of the leaders of this Sata cult.
you still got your looks. Not like Aphrodite here is gonna let you hold to them forever. She doesn't care for competition. You can trust me on that.
Sweet Hestia, whatever do you mean? I'll be the first to admit looks aren't everything. Who even needs them? But on the other hand, we're blessed to have someone of such vast wisdom and experience as you here on our side.
They'll burn. All clear. Something I need. this message. Wow.
A little gift.
Excellent. Remain unseen, my lord.
Here in fathomless Tartarus, the god's cruel predecessor Kronos commands his renegade forces, maneuvering against Olympus whilst holding the underworld in his thrall.
Olympus can't get to him here.
Hey, I'm about to fight Kronos if you want to watch. Oh, I'm starting to fight.
Welcome. Your eyes do not deceive. I am as hale and hearty as can be. That sinking sense you must have felt after our previous exchange. The fear of the utter senselessness of your entire enterprise. You now know it to be true.
I was never going to destroy you in a single clash. You more than anybody ought to know results of any worth take time.
Ah, so then you wish to make a habit of such unceremonious appearances as this, as though they might amount to something in the end. Fine. For my part, I occasionally need to stretch my limbs. Behold. That shall not work. You wretched child. Like father, like daughter, then, is it?
A moment, if you please.
Alas.
Oh my gosh, ran right into that.
You only make things worse. What you get for all the inconvenience you caused.
So close.
Ugh, again.
Who dares?
Hey, if you're not busy, up for a little visit with me to the riverside? I've got a twin lure we could use right here.
Don't know that I'll be doing you much good between my inability to use a rod of fishing and my inability to keep quiet, but hey, you asked for it. This is gonna be so fun. Seems like an awful lot of trouble for some weird fish. Anytime now? Swim turns? Over. Ha, you tricked a fish.
Victory is mine.
Well, that definitely was a thing that happened. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
My greetings.
How can you be so certain that there are no more weavings taking place? That rather than the fates setting the course of our lives, there's no pattern anymore, only sheer mindless chance?
I never said I was certain. Only that I no longer sensed my sister's work, and it's a relatively well-honed sense. But I've also never been apart from my sisters like this. I feel unmoored.
As though you don't know where you're going. To me, everything feels the same as ever. Present circumstances notwithstanding. How much control do the Fates truly have?
They are highly influential. I can tell you that. But can they force your every action, every thought? Of course not. You are conscious. It was your choice to speak with me just now.
But the Fates knew we'd meet.
Precisely.
Vengeance for my father.
Once there was an administrative chamber in the underworld, where Shade kept careful track of each detail, a trade a few such souls as yet pursue.
Surely such efforts were rewarded handsomely. Best to keep track of each detail.
Back on your feet, I
Fresh
see.
from the pot. Death to Kronos. There has to be a way. Now, upon my birthright, I command the dark to aid my task, and with me find my mark.
I felt your words.
Our cauldron. Great tree of life, please listen to my thoughts.
So it shall be.
Welcome, O learned sage. Power to create. This'll take a little while.
That indolent little amphibian whom you keep, did my eyes deceive, or did I see him hopping rather energetically toward the egress?
You saw it true. I've compelled little Freenos to join me in my attempts out there. Surely you've taught me wards and charms enough to keep a familiar safe?
One can but hope. And may your familiar keep you safe in turn. And perhaps scrounge up some more roots and such for us.
Kronos underestimates me still, which means I have a real chance to vanquish him. Here you go. Good evening, broker. This one. Be well.
A moment, goddess. You got him, didn't you? Killed the bastard for one night at least. The first report I heard I scarce believed, but by the third or fourth I'd come around. Well done, goddess.
Thanks, Odd. Though I'd not be surprised if our reports already say he's returned. But I got what I needed for now. And a little bit of payback, I suppose.
Aye, and he'll be sore about it, I expect. But even though we're not there yet, we needed this, I think. You needed this. On to the next phase, then?
Oh, yes. Here you'll grow strong. Grow strong.
Our garden flourishes.
Oh. The first few times I saw you out there, I figured you were just venting your anger. But you keep heading out night after night. You're determined, but you're going to get caught.
Not if no one says anything. Besides, Hecate likely already knows. She isn't dense. Just letting me learn whatever she thinks I stand to learn the hard way. Works out for both of us.
Fine. We're both learning a lot, I think. But I don't intend to let up on any of my responsibilities just because you're trying to achieve what I've been tasked to do.
Somebody's got to do it. Oh no, not this again. Look, I forgave you for last time. Didn't mean it as an invitation to get me more of this stuff. Don't like owing anybody any favors.
Just take it and enjoy it, Nem. Besides, I heard you were looking for some more of our witch's poison. Nobody seems to appreciate it quite like you. Become even stronger. I'll keep this in mind.
We bid you welcome to the
I'll find more
Vanguard
bones
of the
with this.
underworld. I'm stuck. One must at times hold fast to one's emotions, and at others know to let them loose. And when you want to let them loose, or try out one of them nocturnal arms, know that I'm here.
This anger is for Kronos, sir. Can't vow any harder. By will of night. This goes no farther. Could take a different vow. That fear may spread. Don't think I can. For the realm. I go. For the Silver Sisters.
The fates are gone then, yes, according to Hermes. Quite the unfortunate turn of events, if true. Well, if Kronos is bent on vengeance, it only makes sense that he would take it out on them, not just on us.
Vested in me. I think not. Lost souls, I'll lead you to your graves. Damn it. Got you.
said to bind both mortals and immortals alike. The course and outcome of all lives all preordained. Thus the sense of choice is merely an illusion. Do you believe this, Spawn of Hades? Respond.
I think the fates determine much about our lives. When and where we are born, for instance, and to whom. But I don't think they set every detail. And I know they're not weaving it all right now, because Kronos has them.
I see. For the most part, I concur with your assessment. I am the reason Kronos has them now. He asked me where to find them, and I decided to tell him. To verify such choices could be made without their influence. Now do you understand my quandary? Respond.
Oh no. Almighty Chaos, you were deceived. Kronos wished to find the fates for his own gain. They were one of the only forces in this world powerful enough to stop him.
Yet they are not so powerful as they appeared. Nevertheless, I think you are correct. Kronos indicated his intentions were benign. I am unfamiliar with deceit and was misled.
It's so Suicune.
I remain quite displeased about this still.
Not at this very moment.
Not now. Can't do it. A boon. Silver. Let's go then.
Oh, I reached that far? Okay.
Return to Shadow now.
That's the orange.
Blasted shadows.
Who dares? Everlasting
inflicting pain and suffering upon you, witch. You trespass on my hallowed ground. Your cries for mercy shall drown in your throat.
Please, forgive my careless indiscretion, Madam Spirit. I beg of you. I intended no offense.
Oh, wow. You're really into this stuff, huh?
Oh, come on. Kronos threatened that you'd never see your family again, the wretch. Well, here they are. No closer than before.
Fates protect you.
I learned what happened to the Fates, Lord Moros. Or rather, how Kronos discovered where they were. It was Chaos who led Kronos to them. Chaos, of course, seems to regret this now, and I don't think had any ill intent.
Oh. That is a lot of information to take in. It does make some amount of sense. Kronos having free reign in your father's house, eventually found his way to Chaos, then coaxed this vital information out of them. Then he ambushed the Fates as part of his plans for conquest.
You're taking all this better than I would have. Come to think of it, I've never seen you angry.
You're seeing me right now. It's just, my anger changes nothing, typically. So Chaos now is working to undo some of the damage caused. Kronos removed one thread in the Fates, but created another. Perhaps an unwise trade.
Making a mockery of Chaos seems unwise to me. Say, Lord Moros, would you accompany me to the riverside? I have a feeling your mere presence may help with the evening's catch.
I have a way with mortal creatures of all sorts, so I'll accompany you. Yes. Forgive me, though I never have quite understood the compulsion to extract water creatures from their natural environs. I know for mortals it is sometimes necessary sustenance, though others do it for the sake of sport. Why?
For mortals, it seems to be an opportunity to assert themselves over the natural world. Though I would take no pride in outsmarting such creatures if I were them. In our case, we safeguard habitats for all the species that we find.
That seems like a burdensome responsibility for creatures that ought to take better care of themselves.
Well, there's more to it, I suppose. For one thing, it sets a contemplative mood, right? Means we can talk a little bit about matters unrelated to our own burdensome responsibilities.
I can certainly appreciate that part. And now we wait. Patience is a necessary skill in this pursuit. Steady, princess. Skillfully caught.
Freshly caught.
Perhaps it's good to let the mind wander a bit to such pursuits, every once in a while.
You're so worked up about this war, like it's some huge thing. Olympus loves a good war. Have him all the time up there. Got a whole god dedicated to him and everything. Know how easy it is to get him to start fighting?
No, Eris, please, enlighten me. Just how easy is it to get my relatives to descend into acts of unconscionable violence and destruction?
Well, this one time, they all flew into a tizzy over a single golden apple. A mysterious offering marked for the fairest one of all. They had a little dispute over who the secret admirer meant. One thing led to another, and boom.
That sounds like a simple misunderstanding, if not a prank. But you say it grew into a full-scale war. What happened then?
Nah, long story.
What does my history reveal?
Much is to be learned from history, if one but studies the lessons hidden in any purported accounts. A lifelong pursuit, in and of itself.
Still no telling what the future holds.
approach.
Cooking away for now. Little one, I have something for you. I wanted to ask you something, Headmistress. All these reagents I've been gathering, taking from the Earth, from Mother Gaia, how can I make it up to her?
Well, you can start by not wallowing in senseless guilt. Think you that Gaia would reveal her abundances to you if she believed you would not put them to good use?
But you taught me never to take more than I need. Now I'm taking everything in sight.
And Gaia knows you'll need all that and more. Fear not, your plunder returns whence it came through your craft, if not your garden there.
You have this. What was the source of your misfortune that you're back with such a scowl? Some whalers or caskets, perhaps? Oh, Shadow Spiller.
Yes, a shadow spiller. I lost my way against one. Can hardly see a thing when they're about. I should be stronger than this.
You've strength enough. They merely test your nerve. Foes such as that are to be faced head-on, no hesitation. Set for another go.
I am. Set.
Princess.
Which to start with? Show me your true strength. In shadow I serve, to shadow I return.
A secret monument tonight, etched with her will and testament, looms tall within the training grounds, revealing its nature only to the worthy.
I'm in the inner circle now. I'll get you, Kronos.
That's Heracles, the Zeus's lad, you know. Glory of Hera. I should be honored. He's just another mouth for me to feed, and one with quite an appetite at that. But I'll keep him busy, sure. We need all the help we can get.
The ball's empty. shells.
Okay. Oh my god.
That was careless. No shells. Out of shells. Oh, in the name of Hades. Greater might.
Oh, dude, and it's like I'm playing at like have you ever played have you ever, what's up Katars, have you ever played the first Hades?
Need shells.
Oh, so yeah, pretty much I really made the difficulty really hard, and so I just for seeing what it does.
The wall's empty.
I think I already used one of my Death Defiance.
Out of shells.
I think it's nice about this.
No shells.
That was really making me have to like Dark Soul. What's the word? Is when you crossline it. Yeah, I got a frog familiar. He's a delight. He like sucks in sometimes range attack. So many of you guys.
Out of shells.
Oh, I thought I interrupted him. I should have done the prime one. How much money do I have? Ooh.
Should have enough.
To think my blessing could be had for a mere bit of coin. Know that the boatman brokered this particular exchange only for you. Our services have never been for sale.
Deal, Kara.
side.
Actually, I start off.
Vitality.
I actually start off with no mana, so that
Yes,
works.
my lord. I spoke the oath, if that is what you mean. Thus in shadow I serve, and to shadow I'll return ere comes the light of dawn. Be safe, Lord Charon.
Oh, what? That sounds crazy range. Oh! Darkness!
Return to shadow now.
Darkness! Yeah, that's what he said. She can interpret. She can interpret anyone when they're sleeping.
Not good enough.
Huh? Bit. Yeah, I'm playing this again.
I rise again.
You've been staring at that picture more and more. Happy family.
Her name's Dora.
Well, it's starting to get to me because I think it's starting to get to you. Don't get all misty on me, Mel.
Thank you, Dora. Though you needn't worry. I won't get lost in memories because there isn't much for me to remember. I just wonder what my brother and my birth parents were like.
Uh-huh. Sounds awful lot like dwelling on the past to me. Nothing you could have done. Hey, you could be doing nothing right now.
I'll give it some thought.
No, she's a good girl.
Or don't.
Here, you want me? How about should I pet the frog? Because I'm gonna pet the frog. Who's a good
Very
frog?
nice. Perhaps I ought know better than to tamper with the oath of the unseen.
That's a very cute frog.
Oh, hail, goddess. I didn't notice your approach. Half inclined to blame the onset of the years, but
You want me to pet
I've
another
no
frog?
such excuses in this state.
Oh, next run.
I didn't mean to startle you, Odd.
You want
How's
me to
mood
pet the
been
frog
around
again?
here? Everything
Okay.
all right?
All right, I'll go back and pet the
Mood
frog
and
again.
Everything is well enough. Our ranks swell with shades moved by
Oh,
the
that's the
tale
only
that
frog in this
princess
game.
of the underworld has returned with vengeance on her mind.
Nothing like a bit of sworn vengeance to inspire the masses. Though, what about you?
Huh? So you want to go and pet a frog?
Everything's shipshape with me, especially after a brief
Do we get a
reprieve right
frog
here.
when we move to Thailand?
Be well, goddess.
With a cat? All right, I'll go pet a frog. Oh, it's got to be the same frog as before. Who's a good little froggy?
You stay right there, okay? Got these twin lures, Odd, and I can't exactly use them on my own. You know the rules.
Fishing. Oh, my greatest weakness, goddess. The waters and I have never mixed too well. But then, who am I to say no to you? Besides, I'm overdue for a short leave, I think. Let's go. Used to be I fished out of necessity alone. The earth would oft be stingy with her bounties, whilst the sea would yield plenty to us mortals if we knew where to look.
What's been the biggest difference for you since those times? Not having to eat for sustenance? Not having to watch your mortal body slowly fall apart as you grow older?
Well, you already know a couple of those points if for some reason we were tasked to make a list, but the biggest difference, if I had to choose, is that I finally am free.
You're free. But as a mortal, weren't you a king? A mighty warrior, leader of men, and a husband, and a father. Here you have a place of honor too, except we dwell in shadows. Our deeds are never to be told.
Well, we shall see about that last bit, but for the rest, perhaps I got all of the wanderlust out of my system whilst I lived and breathed. Most of it, anyhow.
Yeah, so I don't need more frog. Right now, my character's going to fish, though.
Poseidon can't help you here, little fish.
Yeah, I'm fishing right now.
Where are they?
Yep. Now I have to. There I am catching.
Hey, you got one.
Glad you could join me.
Oh.
I thoroughly enjoyed our outing, though I still thoroughly hate fish.
Hmm.
Broker, some salt.
There you are. The nocturnal arms are beginning to awake.
Oh, my bad.
I am grateful that the weapons of night have accepted me. I intend to treat them equally, headmistress.
A commendable
Who's this I'm talking
approach,
to?
but not a necessary one. The
Her name's
nocturnal
Hecate.
arms share our purpose. They care
Hecate.
little as to which of them you use,
Mhm.
only that the task is completed.
Call her TikTok. Okay.
We'll see it through.
I need
I
more
didn't mean
extras.
to make you uncomfortable with the nectar from before. It's just, I've always looked up to you, and I'm doing the best I can.
Don't sweat it. Had myself a little drink the other day, and it didn't poison me as far as I know, so we're clear.
Want any more?
All right, I gotta dip, my friends. Today is Monday, so most likely won't be on tonight. Dependent how tired the wife is, but don't count on it. If I'm on, I'm on. It is what it is. So, but anyways, Katzar, you are a delight, my friend. Thank you for being around. Have a good day.